What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Renewals, friendlies, and a whole lot of injuries. That's what we got to talk about today in the latest news of Juventus. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and today it is Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. Of course, I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every single day. Before we do anything, though, do me a solid favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos. And without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. As I like to say, let's quick hit it throughout this day. The very first news story is going to be a big one, and of course, we talked about it a little bit on the live yesterday, but it is Ben Jacobs, who is a friend of the channel. He has been on here with our guy Julian Gianotti, giving his expertise when it comes to the different aspects of the club, his thoughts and opinions, transfer market, all that good stuff. Make sure you check him out on Twitter, of course. But he goes out there and puts out a report saying that there's a very real possibility that Dusan Vlahovic will leave Juventus in 2023. A January exit is not being ruled out by those close to him. Several top European clubs are in touch with his agent, including Chelsea. Nothing particularly advanced at this point. Take this with a massive grain of salt. Before everybody starts burning everything down, running rampant through the streets right now, terrified about the loss or potential loss of Dusan Vlahovic, let's take it with a grain of salt. We know that he is a high priority target as a player for any club out there right now. Again, I put him on the level. He is not a Cristiano Ronaldo. He is not a Lionel Messi, but he has the same expectations and what he should provide for the club, if that makes sense. So I expect that anytime Juventus show a little bit of weakness, anytime you see a little bit of a chink in the armor, that's when other clubs will come a-calling and come a-courting for Dusan Vlahovic. So I wouldn't be any worried at all right now. And of course, let's be honest, Ben Jacobs, love my guy Ben Jacobs. He's also a EPL guy. That's what he covers most heavily. And of course, that's where a lot of his sources are going to come out of. So you're going to have a lot of opinion swayed toward the EPL and the clubs that obviously want to see Dusan Vlahovic join their club. All right, let's go ahead and move on, though. While you guys are worried about that, don't be worried about the future when it comes to Samuel Illing Jr. The latest report that we have right here is Fabrizio Romano has come out and confirmed, done, confirmed, here we go, whatever you want to say, I guess. Here we go, I guess it's only for transfers. But English talent Samuel Illing Jr. has now signed a new deal with Juventus. Been told it will be a 4-year contract with the club. Illing Jr. was already part of the first team and will remain there as Allegri is happy with his performances. So good news there. As we know, Illing Jr. has been a definite spark coming off the bench for Juventus and maybe can play a pivotal role going forward and hopefully trying to secure not only a top 4 spot, but maybe trying to catch Napoli in the end. All right. Two other updates when it comes to renewals that we have out there. Nico Skinner reporting done, deal and confirmed. Gabriel Murazzi extends his contract with Juventus until 2026 and the option for 2027. Again, you're not going to have a lot of skin in this game if you're talking about the first team. Right now, that's just another youth player that Juventus has. Hopefully, we'll see good things from him. I know a lot of people like to hype him up, but of course, if we're Juventus fans, let's be real. We're always hyping the youth players that we've probably never seen or only seen the highlight reel tape of, right? Anyway, he goes on to talk, saying that the talks are in progress for Danilo's contract extension with Juventus until 2025. That's fine, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't personally invest too much further past 2025 in a player that's already pretty old. And understanding we need leadership and understanding that Bonucci has not been that leadership for the club, but at the same time, let's be honest with ourselves, right? Anyway, let's continue on, though, and talk about the situation with Paul Pogba. The internet ran rampant with reports yesterday about the situation with Paul Pogba. Are new injuries out there? Do we have more to fear? Is this, again, another shot in the foot? Well, it looks like people may be getting a little ahead of themselves. Romeo Agresti basically telling you guys to calm down. Nothing new and crazy has happened. Romeo Agresti is reporting saying that Paul Pogba will be will not be able to be on the pitch for another month. There are no new problems for Pogba that have led to a long recovery time. It has been decided to continue this path following his training, gym, swimming pool, and therapies. But again, if he'll not be on the pitch for another month, that puts him at least 30 days, 31 days from here, which means he will miss the most pivotal game of all. Napoli, Juventus, you gotta be there for that match. My God, what are we doing? You missed an entire half of the season, and now you're gonna miss Napoli. We need to have a serious conversation, which we probably will do in the podcast. Make sure you check that out whenever it drops tomorrow. But definitely need to have a conversation. What's going on with Juventus? What's going on with the Paul Pogba, Di Maria situation? Isn't a nightmare for the club and hasn't really not panned out or been worth its shekels that they have been paying for it, right? All right, let's continue on and let's go talk about another player that's injured, and that is Leonardo Bonucci, the captain. Romeo Granesi reports that Bonucci underwent tests this morning following a reported problem at the end of yesterday's training session. Showed an inflammation of the long adductor tendon. His condition will be reevaluated in 10 days. So best of luck. Get healthy. Leonardo Bonucci, you know, we heavily rely on you in the defense. Anyway, let's move on and talk about somebody you care a little bit more strongly about, and that is, of course, Federico Chiesa and his health and his status going into potentially the return to play, but some slightly bad news for Juventus fans. Romeo Granesi says that for Chiesa, it is an adductor strain in his right leg. He will not leave for London to face Arsenal. So you take the good with the bad in this situation. Unfortunately, this game does not really mean a lot. It means nothing. It's just a friendly. But at the same time, it is disappointing to not see Chiesa get out there and not be healthy and ready to go. You want your guy to be healthy. You want to be ready to go. But we got to have precautions taken, especially during these circumstances, because you don't want to have further issues once real play for real points that matter comes along. My only thing that I will say, though, it's against Arsenal. Really, of all the teams that Juventus are playing right now is against Arsenal, and of all the teams and all the fans that are spouting off nonsense, you know, the Vlahovic stuff, everything else going on with them, it would be nice to shut them up and slap them down a little bit. And unfortunately, without Federico Chiesa doing it, we're going to have to rely on the rest of our players to get the job done. We will see how they fare in this coming week or this weekend. All right, and then the final news of the day is an interesting report. Basically, he may not play in those friendlies. Could he play in these other friendlies? Romeo Granesi is reporting about other friendlies that could take place before the start of the new year. Update on friendlies of Juventus. We are moving towards a confirmation of a joint test on the 22nd of December with Rijeka at Catanassa, also at Juventus headquarters on December 30th. A match against Standard Liège should happen. So 2 more games for you to get a chance to watch Juventus, see how they perform, see how they're getting back into action, and see what the new club looks like. Because if we're being honest right now, we don't know what the club is, right? We don't know what the club is. Everything fell apart during this World Cup. Will the club be looking okay? Will Max Allegri still have them in the same form that they showed at the end of the season with a little bit of promise to move forward and hopefully complete some targets at some goals and some trophies? We'll see. Stick with us. We'll keep you covered every step of the way. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. You can follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. And of course, you can follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that good stuff. We will see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Say hello to the old lady for me.